Meetings, Cheyenne County Commissioners back to order.
Go ahead and continue with the extended warranty talk on that. After thinking about it and with some discussion, I would recommend that we go with, if we're gonna do this, go with the 36-month powertrain only warranty with travel. I think that's, you're looking at a total of 24,809. I thought I had multiple copies, but I don't. Yep, I do have another one here. So, no, that's for powertrain and the hydraulic warranty on that, which is more.
With that powertrain, is that something our mechanic could work on or no?
Yeah, some of that. Some of those repairs I could. But when you get into some of the bigger items, just the cost of the parts is gonna be considerably high.
My only concern is when I was reading through this, they're the judge on if it's by neglect or misuse. And there's a lot of damages that are done, and like when an excavator kind of gets a sinkhole and we have damage, it just happens. That was my only concern when I read through here. I was like, yeah, I don't know. So that's my honest opinion on that. It kind of spooks me. What do you guys think? Let's see.
We've got two other 12M2s and they just have the standard warranty. We haven't
Two others.
extended any of those.
Oh, is that
So
what?
in the past, I guess my point is I don't think we've taken on extended warranties.
Right.
And I'm personally not a big fan of those, but again, we're talking about, it's a little different, $400,000 piece of equipment too, so.
Yeah,
I understand that it's certainly something that should at least be considered. It is a gamble, that's the thing. If you end up needing it, then you come out ahead, but if not, then you just spent $28,000 over 3 years for the powertrains that travel.
and
I've
how,
never had much luck with extended warranties.
Neither have I. So. And I know their story, we've talked to guys, they've had luck, but it's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss deal.
and would that still be subject to if it was neglect?
They're still gonna look at it, and if they think it was something we did, they probably won't cover it. It's the way that I read it. Did you read it that way, Steve?
Yeah,
Okay.
I noticed that too, and here I'm just,
I don't think we can do it then.
improper, there's a lot of, well, the exclusions, I don't know how many, count that up there real quick, but there's probably 25 scenarios with exclusions on, I guess essentially
Well-
voiding your warranty on.
So they've got right under general exclusion as limitations, powertrain EPP does not cover the following: operator abuse, neglect, improper abuse, use of machine including but not limited to the failure to perform the recommended preventative maintenance, which is oil and grease, which we do, as specified in the OEM, or I'm sorry, O&M. So my thing is anytime you've got somebody that's gonna look at maybe a $40,000 fix on your tractor, piece of equipment, they can just say, well, you guys shouldn't have done that. And that's my concern. I know I'm beating a dead horse. but-
Well, and then down below, wear out and normal deterioration and performance accelerated wear out of components due to operating technique or application.
Yeah.
And that's another condition of
Is that
exclusion.
for a pulling clause?
I don't know. In my last 20 years, I've really grown careful because I have to fix it. I have to put a harmonic balancer on my loader so I can,
Just kidding.
To me, it doesn't sound like that it's a good idea to have that extended warranty. If, with all that,
Yeah,
if we buy it and we need it, it stinks, but I just, that's my thought too.
I'm okay with not extending it, should we just
Okay, and if
Let it
something
run.
happens, then we're gonna blame you for not having it extended.
come back to me, yeah?
I think there's a recording.
Well,
There's gonna be repairs that have to happen on those machines.
Well, out of all the years, I don't know if we've ever taken out extended warranty that I can remember.
You know, that reminds me, I was telling somebody yesterday, most people don't have their house on fire, right? We had a house fire. I had a back of my Quonset burned in that last grass fire, and the one before that, we had to evacuate our house. And you never would think that would happen, so it just,
the only other item I had, I didn't have it down here, just kind of an update on where we're at with the condition of the roads. As you know, they're tore up in a number of locations. We're gonna try and get on them as soon as possible. Even today here, we're gonna try and cut some of the ruts down if we can. It's just, you gotta go day by day. And some roads are gonna be able to get, we're gonna be able to get into sooner than others, so it's gonna take some time, unfortunately. It's good that we've got the snow and the moisture, but
we needed the moisture in the summer when we could work it. And
Yeah.
that's why we're having so much trouble now. And that's what I'm telling
I just
people.
can't believe the way the bottom went out of this.
Oh, I know.
We didn't have that much moisture. Yeah, that we had snow, but it
Yeah.
was 12 inches of snow to get an inch of moisture.
Yeah.
And
and we did have a little bit of drizzle and rain, and I think some spots did pick up, I think maybe half inch of rain out of that too,
Yeah.
and
in a
then
couple isolated spots.
with some of the roads, it's not the normal traffic, it's like those oil companies, gas companies, running to all their wells every day.
Yeah.
No matter what the
And then
conditions of the road,
there-
yeah.
These outfits are pulling these rigs in to drill wells, holy mackerel.
And that happened, that brings up something else on W. We're coming from Rollins County across to Road 33, 2 miles, and then down 2 miles, there was probably a dozer that pulled some of their equipment down that road and left a mess. I just found out about it
Well, they
yesterday,
do
I
that
haven't been up,
around-
pardon?
They pulled one out around Mark Zolman's. Made a heck of
Oh,
a
on
mess of road.
22?
Well, somewhere in there. But they went down through there with all their rigs. Right when it was soft and,
And I do have a contact for an individual in McCook, and I'm gonna call him and visit with him about the
which they have a
latest
right
one.
to go down them. I mean, but wow. When they take those big
Yeah.
6x6 rigs and then pull them with a cat dozer.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just wish they would try and do it in the morning
Yeah.
and not later in the day. But I think that's all I had down for today.
I'd like, I don't know, 10 minutes, or do we need 15 executive
I think 10 would be fine.
for non-elected personnel?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded that we have 10 minutes executive session for non-elected personnel. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye.